Now, keep in mind, I don't know how to play the guitar. I don't really know how to play any instrument. I just grew up around people who could noodle, you know? Some noodlers. And they call me Noodle. So, you label yourself as an experimental artist. But you really can't play. I've decided to pick up the guitar again after 5 years of just hoarding it. Maybe more. Like once a year I'll play. And apparently that's enough to keep it. 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 And I haven't even bothered to tune it. I tried tuning it by ear because for some reason I think I've got the sense for that. I don't think I do, but I do think I do. Fuck, I had a song in my lab. Why? Is it always? No, that's not it. Why is it always something for you? And why is it nothing for me? This freaking necklace is in the way. Anybody else notice that? When you're playing guitar, you can't wear necklaces. It just does a little percussion for you. Hashtag Jesus. I sure hope Jesus wasn't conservative. No, he was the first Bob Dylan. No. And was Bob Dylan the first Jesus? So I think maybe I can talk a lot more when I've got a musical accompaniment. I need a band to follow me all day long. That's why I keep a harmonica in my pocket. I'm like that girl from not Fleabag, but she's got a spin-off. It's always the Fleabag character though. If you haven't noticed, that's what she does well. It wasn't a read, it was just an observation. It's good to do things well. I don't do this well, and I'm fine with that. So maybe it sounds so bad. It sounds nasty. But I had to film this video because I'm having such an interesting hair day. Nobody notices. Nobody ever notices. Except some really nice people. And I'm like, And sometimes I mention my hair too often to people who don't care. They do care, but it's just like not that much. It's not. Nobody's looking at hair, really. I don't think people look at hair as much as we think people are looking at hair. Except in my ID photo, I got it today, and major hair day problem. Okay, it was a little bit longer than that, but in a mullet kind of way. It was before I cut it and fine-tuned the haircut. It was a growing out from a buzz cut, and it was just a little disaster, to say the least. It just ruined it. I hated my life at that point. I was very sad, and the hair was a reflection of that. Hair is everything. That's what she says. Fleabag has been the reference. Anyway, in the show, where she's in this hospital, lofty, hipster situation, she has a little ukulele, I think. Yes, she does. She has a ukulele and she sings her feelings all day long, and I love that. There's also Stargirl, who has a ukulele. Listen, I know what people say about the ukulele girls, and I've stopped myself from being one. I've never seen one out in the wild in person, so it's such a cliche, and it's such it's so obvious and cringe. But if someone came up to the gang with a ukulele, would you be mad? I don't think you would. I'm not even on drugs. I think my pupils are just constantly huge. It might be the Coca-Cola I chugged. I don't usually drink caffeinated beverages, not very often anyways, and when I do, I usually do a lot. I do caffeine. I'm not a caffeine drinker, but I do caffeine, you know what I mean? I got a little hole in my pocket. I haven't seen. Yeah, so gaz naturel. So this is just stream of consciousness, basically. What would I even title this video? I think this is the song. Add on Spotify now, 8 minutes and 27, 8, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 37, 38. We don't say 36 in this household. Do you know why? Do you know why we don't say 36 in this household? We say 36, but we skip it because it's such a great number that it deserves its whole song. A whole song for 36. Alright. Maybe if I do a little... I'm like gothic country. Southern goth. That's what this genre is, I think, because the kind of string instrument sound you're hearing, it's something you would hear while looking for bones in a swamp or a forest, and you meet some sort of moonshiner, who makes moonshine and gives it to you, and it helps you find the bones. And the moonshiner starts to play this song, but because they've gone mad because of the moonshine, they can't play very well, which is unrealistic, because those people always play like the most insane, like some sort of banjo masterful ship. There was this man who told me that classical music was only like, I don't know what that is called. It's not just classical music. That's like Baroque. Baroque? No. It's not. I don't know what it is, but I think I think classical music is global. It's not just German, Russian, British, French. Because he was like, he couldn't even explain it. He was just like, it's Mozart and, you know? And I said, no, there's classical music in every single place on earth. I think classical music is, like, sort of traditional-esque, masterful rendition. Look it up. Google classical music. But you know, sometimes I Google things and I'm like, this Google search probably has a colonial bias. My thinking. Because there's like, if you look, I don't know, let's say North African music, just to put it out there, or Chinese classical music is its own different thing. So it sounds different than Mozart, but it's still classical music. You know what I mean? For some reason, I couldn't explain that. I was just like, no, I disagree. Sometimes I disagree often, but I can't back it up. Maybe when I turn 30. When I turn 30, I'll be able to back it up. This is not comedy at this point. This is just sound coming out of my mouth. Maybe this is a good place to end it. This is the beginning where I find out that I can actually say so much more if I have a guitar in my hands. Does it? It's like the beginning of a show. I'm one of those artists where I tell the origin of the song for far too long, and I throw in a few sort of funny, not really jokes, just anecdotes. I'm an anecdote girl. Did you hear that? I live on a really busy street. It used to overwhelm me, but now I've remembered that it soothes me. It used to soothe me, but then I forgot that it soothed me, and then I came here and it overwhelmed me, and then I learned to be soothed by it again, because you really have no choice. Are you just going to be overwhelmed all the time? No, you begin to self-regulate, which I honestly don't really know what that looks like. I just kind of happens. Breathing definitely doesn't help. I was really angry today, and it's 10:36 p.m. and I'm so happy to leave it on this note. My boss left the studio today, and I started yelling. I had the whole place to myself, and I started yelling. at work, I was just like, fuck! I hate you! I hate this! Ah! And I had to pick up these heavy weights, and I fucking slammed them. Because I needed some rain. I needed some rain down New Orleans. That's what they say. Or let's try again. Maybe a little exorcism will do the job. Why is it always? No, it's literally, it's never always. Maybe I should have tuned the guitar. I think I know how to play a tuned guitar. I don't think I know how to play an untuned guitar. It makes a difference. But why can't I be like Joni Mitchell and just do my own thing? I love doing my own thing. So I'm a terrible student. But I'm a great student. I contradict myself. Every day. Sometimes you're onto something and then you're not. Yet another contradiction. Diun. Why is it always something for you? Why is it always nothing for me? Nothing for me, and why is it always something for you? Why is it always nothing for you, and something for me? It's none of my business. It's none of your business to listen to this terrible rendition of space conscious musical nonsense. Phase in my YouTube career where I don't expect views. And I have a good time just posting, but you know what? I'm gonna give it a go, and I'm gonna tell you to like and subscribe to my channel, and check out the other content, because I've got some fun stuff in there that I think, you know, if not you, someone you might know might enjoy. Gros bisous.